called in
to Box and Brews, you might hear something
you can use.
like tips on your cash and tips on the suds.
You're gonna want to
The
use
smarts of these stuff.
because they know the
And
brews.
they know the box, and they know they can't help the stubborn fucks.
So listen up, because shit's not funny.
Save yourself some beer money.
Bucks
And brews.
Bucks and
Bucks
Brews.
and brews.
Bucks and Brews.
Welcome back to Bucks and Brews. We're on the porch tonight, and a little better, maybe. The light's shining on my bald ass head, so it's hard to see. Nick, my friend, what are you drinking?
Sponsored by you tonight
You are.
because it was a last minute fill in. I have a crisp apple hard cider, Angry Orchard. Probably like the most common cider that people know of, right?
It's a good cider.
And what about you?
I have from Abita Brewing strawberry lager. Have you had this?
No,
You want to try it?
I do.
All right.
Oh man,
It's nice and cold. We are Bucks and Brews. For those of you on TikTok, we are.
oh that's fun.
You like that, huh?
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean,
It could be strawberry or.
yeah, I can see
More
that.
strawberry.
Well, like it's a lager though. It's
It
supposed
is.
to be. I mean,
So we wanted to do a Bucks and Brews tonight, and we can't do it from the business. Do you know why, Nick?
I don't technically know why.
I gotta get you in here. Here we go.
Say there we go. I don't technically. I know that you guys had a flood.
We had a
from,
flood.
from the top floor to the bottom floor.
Yeah.
It destroyed basically all technology throughout this entire place.
It sure did.
So
That sucks.
yeah,
So we're doing it from the porch, which we had said we were going to do a porch episode. I wish I was more prepared and I had, the cameras and stuff here, but
yeah. Oh, and
we're going to make do with what we have.
let's say if
We're going to do this too and make
That
sure we
shows how
touch
much-
everything.
how much I invest into Bucks and Brews. I'm leaving tomorrow.
Yes.
My wife. Right. I asked if I can go, and my wife rolled her eyes and said yes.
Yeah. She's
But-
like, yeah, I guess.
But then she's like, "Are you going to be home to let to say goodbye to your kid tomorrow?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course." Like, well, I didn't I haven't even packed yet. I still have
Right.
so much to do to get to go tomorrow. So, but yeah, I say we seen each other tonight because we're coaching softball together again.
We are.
Say,
For
except
the
for this
first time in 10 years.
say this time I'm in charge, and
I just show up and hang out.
that's kind of it. But like that's that's how I run my stuff, right? Like I will put the people in the right place and make sure that we're doing the right things, right? Tonight you learned a little bit more about how I like to have fun, right? I mean,
Yeah.
we have 6 innings or something we got in, and I think they needed a little bit of time because their catcher's gear wasn't working well, so I made the fans do the wave.
You did. That
Yeah,
was
right.
fun.
Right, like I don't care.
I even did the wave, and I don't do the wave.
I'd say I don't care. I'm over here just this. It's supposed to be fun. It's
You
supposed
were
to be
having a good time.
So a
So
lot of things happening in life today. We 24 years, September 11th,
Yeah.
2021 or 2001.
2001. Yeah.
Right.
Not 2021.
Yeah,
That's
that's
4 years ago.
But
Yeah. How old were you?
I was in middle school, so I know that. I don't know my age, 12, something like that.
So my daughter was in first grade.
Okay.
And I remember we got to Challenger because that's where she was going. And flags were full mast, and we were a little pissed off about that. And they're like, we didn't want the kids to know what was going on. And we went, that makes a lot of sense.
We watched TV, and our teachers tried to not let us watch it.
Mhm.
And honestly, I think that was I think that was the dumbest thing to do.
Well, I mean,
right?
you guys were older.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like I think it was such a big important thing that happened in my life to watch, my own country get attacked.
I mean, but at the same time, I'm talking a 6-year-old.
Right, I get it.
Yeah.
So I guess I thought there was older kids in the school as well.
I mean, there were, but they were thinking about the younger kids, obviously, kindergarten, first, second, third grade, maybe. I think they went up through fifth in that school.
Sure,
Not only has that happened, we had another school shooting
you did. Yeah. So
out in Colorado.
did it seem like 3 injured? But was there any lives?
The shooter.
The shoot. Okay.
Shooter's dead.
So
And then we have Charlie Kirk who died.
Yep.
Let's talk about Charlie Kirk for a minute. This is a hot button controversial issue.
It is.
So I'm just going to kind of say it the way it is. I do not weep for Charlie Kirk. I'm not a Charlie Kirk fan. I think he was a vile excuse for a human being. That said, I do weep for his children. He left 2 kids, and they will now grow up without a father, and that's horrible.
Well, I mean, they'll grow up without their original father.
Well, yeah, I mean, they may get a stepdad or something. We don't know.
Yeah, I say, right? And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, I guess. So.
No, but at the same time, that's traumatizing for a young person.
Oh, absolutely.
And I feel a lot of empathy for them. I don't feel any empathy towards him. I've said often, especially when some of these old conservative assholes die, the only good fascist is a dead fascist.
Right.
I truly believe Charlie Kirk is a fascist. He supports a fascist regime. I'm not concerned about the fact that he died. Should he have died? No. Should anybody die to gun death? No.
Well,
I'm not celebrating it.
right. I say
I'm not happy about it.
I'm, I'm just not sad about it.
Right. I'm not sad.
And that's, I was having this conversation, and if you look at my Facebook, right? I posted that there was a school shooting. I didn't post anything. To me, he was just another human being, right?
Yeah.
Like, it happened, right? So I'm going to treat it, just as much as it was a random guy walking down the street and happened to get shot in the middle of Grand Rapids. This happened to be a random guy got shot in Utah. I'm not going to give him any credit for what he was doing, anything like that. I don't need to recognize, right? When somebody says Charlie Kirk, I just want to say who, right? Who? It doesn't, like, he's no better of a person than me. So,
well, and one of my friends is like, but wouldn't you have wanted to, give him the opportunity to change his heart?
No.
And that's not coming. That's not coming. People like him are not. He's no different than Rush Limbaugh was.
I mean,
they're not going to change what makes them their money, because at the end of the day, that's what they really are servants to, is their money.
Right.
I've seen a lot on the right sitting there going, well, it was a lunatic leftist that did this.
Oh my gosh, people judge people saying who did it, and it's like, how do you know who did
nobody
it? Right?
knows.
Everybody did that for the Trump attempt, and it ended up being a Republican guy, right? Like,
well, I don't usually buy into conspiracy theories, but I still don't think the Trump attempt was legitimate.
right?
And it wouldn't surprise me if this Kirk thing was some distraction.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Because, again, they're trying to get us to stop with the Epstein files. I'm sorry. I want to know the pedophiles, all of them. I don't
Right.
care what they are, who they are. I don't care if it's a famous person that I've previously liked. I don't care. I want to know who all of them are, and I want them all punished. Again, I don't fantasize about having a friendship with any politician or any entertainment person or sports athlete. If they're shitty human beings, I want to know.
that's exactly it. You talked about do you want him to change his heart? So here's a person, right? I posted something on their Facebook, not about Charlie Kirk, but it was about some real estate stuff. Where it says, "Hey, saw your comment on Facebook. Would you be willing for a quick call or a meet for coffee so I can apologize and make amends?" My response: You've had years to make it right, made no effort. The fact that you said you're growing your business based on a God-led, but had no problem screwing me over doesn't sit well. So no, like, I don't fucking care, right? Now that you're trying to regrow, you want, no, fuck you, right? Plain and simple, you fucked me over. You've made nothing. Now you're trying to regrow and you want backing, and I'll never back you.
Just because you want to apologize doesn't mean I want to accept your apology.
Right.
It just doesn't.
Yep.
And I mean, Kirk did so many. He didn't really do anything, but he said so many evil and vile things.
That's it.
Like, some guy yesterday was arguing with me going, he never said anything racist. So I posted like 4 racist things, and the guy goes, none of those are racist. Okay, you're just proving that you're a racist. I'm sorry. He said racist shit. Okay, have I said racist shit before? I'm sure I have.
Right.
Does that make me a racist? I hope not. I hope I've learned from those things and I don't repeat those mistakes. You've said many times that you grew up, in poverty as a white guy around a lot of people of color.
Oh yeah.
And does that mean you're racist because of it? No, I think honestly the opposite. I have never seen you judge anybody by what they look like. I've seen you judge them by the shitty
Their actions,
actions that they've made.
or their lack of action, or things like that, right?
I mean, you're definitely more the conservative person on Bucks and Brews,
Yeah.
but you didn't like Charlie Kirk.
No. I mean, just too much of an extremist for me, right? Where my wife's getting into it, which I give my wife credit. My wife doesn't speak out very much, and I tell her like, "Hey, your voice can do things, right?"
Yeah.
And Jesus criminy, sorry. And so she had posted something about. I thought she read it well. Allow me to read my wife's post because I really thought she worded it very well. She mentioned so. I find it really interesting the number of conservatives already stating that the murder of Charlie Kirk will be their line in the sand, presuming the shooter was liberal when they don't even have a suspect yet, which I thought they had a suspect, so maybe she's wrong in that sense.
They have a person of interest, but
there are plenty of people on both sides of the aisle who found him repulsive, and yet they will yet they will use this as their battle cry, when in reality, the things Charlie fought against could have potentially spared his life. Additionally, the rhetoric, sorry, that he was killed for sharing the love of Jesus is ridiculous. He stated publicly that POC, women, and members of the LGBTQ plus community were inferior and undeserving of equality. He prioritized gun rights over lives of children. He thought that the idea of empathy was destroying our country. Not only does none of that represent the Jesus I learned about, but it certainly opens him up to a whole host of people who may want to silence him, right? And one of my wife's ants or whatever. Oh, this really tells me that you don't understand or really know him. Nobody knows him anymore, right? I mean,
I think we can judge the person based on the things they've done and the words they say.
right.
He said horrible, vile things.
Nope. It was like, just because you say, "Oh, you're a fan of Jesus and you're pro-life and but I say, we go.
Does that forgive everything?
No. I mean, it's you're pro-life until birth, right? I mean, and that's the problem.
And then after that, you don't care about that life.
Right.
Carlin said it. No neonatal care, no Head Start, no food stamps, no WIC, no nothing.
Yep.
They don't care about you until you reach military age.
Yep.
And again, it's just so that they can then have dead soldiers. Nick, back in 1991 or 2, when George Carlin did one of his HBO specials, he had said that we average a major war every 20 years.
Right.
That's no longer the case because we were in a war for over 20 fucking years.
War on terror.
He said we are a warlike people. We are. We like war.
Oh yeah.
I don't understand why.
It grows the economy, right?
That it does do.
Oh.
That it does do. But here's the problem. It kills a lot of people for really no reason. I've come a long way in my life. I used to be, when I was in high school and stuff, I was much more conservative.
Sure.
Like I didn't believe in welfare and all that stuff because I just felt I bought into the Republican bullshit of there's welfare queens out there. Are there people that abuse the system? Absolutely.
Yep.
Do the majority of people abuse the system? No.
Right.
You've been poor before. Did you like being poor?
No.
Did you want handouts?
No.
What did you want?
To be normal.
Right.
I mean,
an opportunity to get better.
So, yeah. I don't know. I wanted to be able to say, I don't know. I wanted to be able to eat what normal people ate, right? I mean,
and let me ask you, what did you feel like normal people ate?
I felt like I guess they went out to eat all the time.
Okay. Like where though?
Any restaurant.
Like Ruth Chris or like
no, like that was the
Applebee's.
rich people, like Applebee's
Right.
and brands for us, like
Yeah.
local or Texas Roadhouse or things like that, right?
Someplace you could go and get like a $7 meal per person.
Exactly.
Or
Yeah.
back then a $5 meal per person.
Yeah, yeah. I mean Denny's, whatever, right? Like, and so I don't know. I guess like KFC, instead of eating banquet
Mhm.
chicken, I assume people went to KFC.
Right.
Right. I assume instead of eating Salisbury steak, people went to Ponderosa to have
All you could eat with the
Swiss steak,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, like instead of eating a can of Chef Boyardee, I assume people went to Olive Garden for pasta,
Right.
right? Like, yeah, I don't know. It just sandwiches. Yeah, sandwiches. I still like them. I still eat them, but like, I don't know. That was a lunchtime thing, right?
Right.
You made a sandwich, but we had the whole saying of, oh geez, sorry, we had the whole saying of. You remember those? And I still use them for like Polish roses or things like the really thinly sliced lunch meat that used to be a quarter a pack or 20 cents a pack. Okay, so there's
Carl Budding.
Yeah, so there's like 10 slices inside.
Stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So when I grew up making a sandwich, I was allowed to eat 3 of the slices of meat. My brother was allowed 3 of the slices, and my other brother was allowed the 4. And then like the next day, we'd be able to rotate. So one of us would get the 4th slice out of the 10.
Yeah.
Right. That's how I grew up eating sandwiches, and like now I mean, like if you see me getting a sandwich, I mean, I want the meat, right? Because like I didn't get that. Like now I'm like, oh man, I'm spoiling myself every chance I can fucking get, right?
Well, let me ask you this. So let's talk about some of those things for a minute.
Yeah.
So do you feel like that can maybe really conditioned you or kind of made you feel a certain way about specific restaurants or about how to eat a sandwich or stuff like that? Because I mean, I know for me, those things weren't a big deal to me. We had a decent amount of money when I grew up.
Yeah.
So if I had a pack of budding, I just threw a whole fucking pack on a sandwich. I ate a sandwich.
And like when I got the whole pack one time, like my dad was watching me, right? And he took me to school, and he gave me a whole pack one time. And he's like, "Don't tell everybody." And so I felt like a king, right?
Right.
Here I am going to school with a normal lunch size portion. It was like I didn't know, right? But like when you went to it's funny because I guess it's a Midwest thing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm finding. But like when we went to Olive Garden, that was like a treat, right? Like you were going to fancy Italian restaurant, right? And come to find out, it is not. It's not the case. Like,
absolutely not.
You get made fun of for it, but like, yeah, I don't know. It's, I say like free or reduced lunch was the thing.
Yeah.
And so hey, you whatever the school was feeding you that day is what you got to eat. But growing up, like that's how you were raised though. Like even eating at home for dinner, like you were trained that you could either eat what was served or you could go hungry.
Correct.
Right? It's a long time till breakfast. It's a long time till dinner, whatever it would be said. So you would learn that when you go to school, if you didn't eat that, like it's a long time. So you learn to just eat shit, right? Like
things you may not like.
Right. And then like later in my school days, they always offered like a third option because like they'd have like 2, but like then they said, hey, if you don't want, you can have peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah.
And so I was like, man, if it was a seafood day, I would just have PB and J. Like I was happier and shit to have that, right? It's but that's why like it bothers me because like people like Charlie Kirk, right? Like they voted to get rid of this free lunch, for all students, and it's like, man, I'm here to take care of everyone.
You hear about that a lot, especially from the conservatives, especially when they don't have kids in school anymore. They're like, I'm not voting for that. I don't have kids in school. It's not supposed to. These people pretend to be Christian, and Christians are supposed to take care of the poor and the sick and the weak, and they're supposed to actually care about other people.
Right.
But you don't see a lot of that, especially in this area with the conservatives that we have here. And it bothers me greatly. I don't have any kids in school anymore.
Right.
I vote for every bond proposal, everyone.
I do not.
I do.
No.
If if I think it's something that's crazy,
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Sure.
But like, again, I vote down in Plainwell, so the bonds I get are for Plainwell schools.
Sure.
They had a big bond that went through. They wanted to replace the pool. That pool's older than I am.
Sure.
And they have a great swimming and diving program down there. I voted for that. My mother did not. I did.
Sure.
Because it's at that point where that I'm 48 years old. That pool's older than I am.
Yeah.
Probably needs to be upgraded or replaced. And they replaced it. Okay.
Sure.
It was a big bond that went through.
Yeah.
I'm for that. Now, if I lived in, let's say I lived in Godwin.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And they put another proposal through to redo the softball field.
Yeah.
I would not vote for that shit.
Right.
You fucked it up already. Why would I vote for that again?
Well, that's like, so Wyoming, right?
Yeah.
If you've driven through Wyoming lately, they have the overpass, right?
Mhm.
The new one. $7 million.
Wow.
You know that we used to have an overpass there, right?
We did, yeah.
Yeah, and then they tore it down.
Yes.
So, it's stupid shit like that, right? Like, you're just wasting money because you feel like it, question mark?
And those are things I definitely would not vote
Right.
for. But I mean, for the most part, does it bother you if your tax dollars go to pay for kids to have lunch?
No, never.
Mine neither. I'd rather they eat.
I mean, if you ask me, hey, my tax dollars goes to kids having lunch or a kid having art class or band, things I'm not fucking interested in, I wouldn't give two shits.
You know what I don't want? I don't want my money going to put a kid in a private school.
Correct.
If they want to go to a Christian school, they should pay
Pay for
that shit
yourself.
themselves. If they want to go to a charter school, they need to deal with that shit themselves. I'm not putting my tax dollars towards that.
Yeah.
But if they want to eat at a public school, please use my tax dollars for that. I'm okay with that.
Right.
Because no kid should be going hungry.
Oh, I mean,
You had to worry about that, did you not?
yeah. I mean, there was days, but I say, you learn to do the free and reduced lunch, right? I mean, you learn to sign up for it. So
I rarely ate hot lunch at school,
okay.
and I didn't have to. And I would never get free or reduced lunch ever.
Well, no, because you wouldn't afford. Yeah, you wouldn't.
Yeah, we could afford it, so there was no chance.
Yeah.
Whereas my daughter, she had hot lunch a lot. She got
But like
free and reduced lunch.
I didn't get free and reduced for the most part, depending on. But like my dad's pride would be in the way, so he would never file for free and reduced lunch. My
Right.
dad never made any he was a business owner, never made any money, right? Like we were broke. Like yes, I say business owner, so you think he made money, but like he just never made money. I don't know how to say this. It's so weird. It wasn't like, oh, he's hiding money. He just have to go back into like a new tool or a new this, and
Yeah.
like you have to grow, and it didn't catch up, man. And some type, just like what you're dealing with, like some type of a $500 fucking bill would happen. And you're like, God damn it, like that's, I just started having this. I don't know, like my mom, my mom and I just had this conversation on Monday. Like my mom made I think she said $38,000 at her highest amount of money, including bonuses, in her working career.
That's crazy.
Single mom, right?
Yeah.
Had a house. I mean, everybody's gonna say, "Oh, that," but like, I think she paid like $67,000 for the house, right? And so,
How old's your mom?
she's 63, 62 right now. She'll be 63.
So technically a boomer.
Yep. Is she a boomer? Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so.
I don't know. Let's say yeah. But yeah,
She was born what year?
62.
Yeah, she's a boomer.
But so she made it. I had to help pay some bills when I was younger and things like that, and help with but now I mean her house is paid off. She's got budgeting things down, but I don't know. I give her credit. The one thing she did was she actually started a 401k when she was in Steelcase, and so it was great, but we didn't see any of that. Now she has some money, right?
Right.
But like I don't know. I mean, yes, it was very fun to watch my first niece and nephew get raised by my mom, because it's like, where the fuck did you come up with money? You know?
Right.
Fuck you mean you're going to the zoo? What do you mean you're going to Chuck E. Cheese? What do you mean you got fucking money for this, right?
Right.
And it's like, what the hell? Yeah, so that kind of shit. But yeah. And it's that type of like life that I grew up, and it's why I hate I hate things that come out of Charlie Kirk's mouth, right?
Yes.
You know, I'm not afraid to admit I find it. I can't think of the word. Coincidental, like that this guy has a saying that says, "Yes, we're going to need a few deaths every year to be able to keep our Second Amendment rights."
Yeah.
And literally died.
It's acceptable.
Right, dies from the exact thing that he was there for, right? Like,
This bothers me too, because you get these gun nuts,
Mhm.
and I say gun nuts as a gun owner. Nick, are you afraid of more strict background checks?
no,
Why?
because I have nothing to hide.
Right.
Literally nothing to hide.
Why are all of these people so
Let
concerned?
me ask you.
Yeah.
So you and I openly admit on Bucks and Brews that we see a therapist.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
The same therapist, but
We
yes.
do. Yep. So if they were to say, "Hey, just because you see a therapist, you can't have a gun,"
Okay.
what would you say?
Okay.
Okay. Right. Granted, because HIPAA's a thing, so they can't judge why you're seeing a therapist. It could, but it's just, hey, if you're seeing a therapist, you're too weak, and so you can't have a gun. Okay.
Okay.
Now, what if they said, hey, you're not willing? Now, what if they said you have to see a therapist in order to own a gun? So
Okay.
that way, a therapist could do whatever. Would you?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Would you see a therapist?
Yeah.
Just so you can own a gun.
I mean, I don't know if I would see them just to own a gun, because again, gun ownership to me wasn't anything special.
Right.
I actually had this. So Priscilla, God love her, but she's a little conservative.
Okay.
And I think she's very upset about Kirk dying,
Okay.
which shocks me because he wouldn't piss on her if she was on fire.
Sure.
But she was talking about, there's all these vehicle deaths and they don't outlaw cars.
Right.
It was harder for me to get a driver's license. Not only to get a driver's license, but to be able to have a vehicle and insure the vehicle than it was for me to get a CPO.
Oh yeah.
I don't have to have special insurance to have a gun, but I have to have special insurance to have a car.
Yep. And
isn't that weird?
It is very weird. I mean, right? Like,
if I'm going to be a gun owner, shouldn't I have to have gun insurance?
you would think.
You would think.
Oh, it must have gotten deleted.
What?
Apparently there was a high school student that was okay, right, and supported the fact that Charlie Kirk had lost his life
Okay.
and posted it on Snapchat or something. And so this parent, that's an assumption I did. This parent, somebody posted anonymously saying, hey, they called this person out by name, right, a high school student, and said blah blah, and then followed up and said, it's a shame. Whoever your parents are or whatever, shame on them for raising a kid, for not raising their kid properly and stuff like that.
Mhm.
That's why I let them have it. And I said, shame on you for calling out a fucking kid underage
Absolutely.
for using their First Amendment right,
Right.
and for standing up for what they believe and doing whatever. And shame on you for judging any human being for how they've raised their child when you can't even come on here and do the right thing by not posting an underage kid, by not fucking telling us who you actually are so we can judge you on your fucking parenting skills, if you even have kids. It's just, I don't know, I ripped into it this morning.
Well, here's the other thing that pisses me off the most about this. So, 2 Minnesota Democratic, I think it's somebody in the state House or Senate, and then somebody in the U.S. House of Representatives was shot and killed by a Trump supporter.
Yep.
And there was no outrage. I mean, there was from the left. They were like, oh my God, this is horrible. We need to do something about the guns. But from the right, it was, fuck them. We don't really give a shit.
Yep.
We're not going to put flags at half-mast. We don't really give a shit that they're dead. Fuck them.
Yep.
It just doesn't matter. But the minute Kirk dies, they're all up in arms going, well, leftists just don't care. You know what? It's got to go both ways.
Right.
So let's condemn the fact. You couldn't even condemn the fact that these people, they went into one woman's house, shot her husband, and her dog.
Right.
You can't condemn that. They just can't condemn it because then they would look weak.
Yep. Well, and what about the crazy Michigan militia going against our government?
Trying to kidnap our governor and kill her.
Right. So right, I mean, crazy conservatives, with all their bullshit, and what do we hear about it? Nah. Well, she didn't die, so
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
yeah.
Here's the thing, Nick. Do I like Trump?
No,
Do you think I would ever do anything to Trump?
no,
Why?
because it's not worth your life.
It's definitely not.
Right.
It's not in my character either.
Right.
Like, there are people I don't like.
Yeah.
I might not piss on them if they were on fire,
Oh, absolutely. Right.
but I wouldn't light them on fire, and that's the difference.
yeah.
You sit here and you see a lot of these conservatives right now, and you said it earlier, this is their line in the sand. Charlie Kirk is your line in the sand?
Right. A guy who had no political power, no political anything. Right. He
And obviously didn't care about any of you people.
right. I mean, all he did was speak to college kids on his beliefs and attempt to debate whoever he felt was worthy enough to debate.
You know what pisses me off the most about these people? Why wasn't Sandy Hook your line in the sand?
Oh my gosh.
Why wasn't Parkland your line in the sand? Why wasn't Uvalde your line in the sand? For fuck's sakes, why wasn't Columbine your line in the sand?
Right.
You didn't give a shit about any of those deaths. Those deaths are perfectly acceptable because they don't fit your narrative.
Yep.
And that's the stuff that pisses me off the most. You know what? You can't say every life is precious and then ignore certain lives when they get killed.
Right.
Do I, we'll go back to it. Do I weep for Charlie Kirk? No. Should he have died? Absolutely not. He shouldn't have been shot.
Right.
End of fucking story. I'm not going to weep for him that he's dead.
Yeah.
It doesn't impact me in any way, shape, or form.
Hey, listen, right. Honestly, I'm gonna wake up today, which I did.
Mhm.
My life's gonna go on the exact same, right? I didn't make money. I didn't lose money. I didn't lose sleep. I didn't gain more sleep. This man affected my life in zero ways, right? Except for, he was annoying because I had to fucking listen to him because social media is a fucking thing, right? Now he's gotten his episode taken off of fucking South Park, so now it's affected my life because I don't have a funny episode to watch, right?
Right. Well, and here's the other question for you. So, are there celebrities that you care about when they drop dead and it doesn't really affect your life, but it does affect you?
I mean, you look at like Robin Williams, right?
Yeah.
And, or John Candy, or
Yeah.
Chris Farley, right? Like all things, these people who I thought had so much potential, and I thought loved the world, right? I mean, because I think comedy is one of the things, but it's one of the biggest signs of depression,
Yes, 100%.
right? Like because you have to chase that laughter. So,
Well, like Ryan Sandberg just died recently.
yeah,
I'm a huge Cubs fan. Ryan Sandberg was my first favorite player,
right,
and that affected me greatly. When Walter Payton died in '99, that affected me greatly.
Yeah.
Now, none of them knew me. It didn't affect my life on a day-to-day basis, but those were people I had great affection for.
right,
When Harry Carey died in '97 or '98, that affected me greatly.
yeah.
But again, I don't know those people.
Well, it's so weird, I had this conversation earlier. I've watched people die in real life. I have been sent some really sick videos, right? I mean, it's not as it is, right? Some people will think it's funny to send like the ISIS decapitation video. And so like I've seen some fucked up shit in my life, right? And it's like I tell people, hey, I don't want to see that. Don't send me stupid shit. Like fuck you, right?
Yeah.
But and so like 'cause it affects me.
Mhm.
But I will tell you, I watched the video of Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, I saw it too.
And you know what? For the first time ever, a death didn't really affect me. I just looked and go, huh, okay, he's dead. Like it didn't. Like normally, like I'm emotionally going, oh wow, there goes a life. And for this one, it was just it. Again, he shouldn't have died. If you ask me what I really would have liked, right, out of the outcome, I wish he would have survived. I wish that he was paralyzed and had to be in a chair, and he could hear but couldn't speak, and that every time he had a a nurse push him around. They just whispered in his ear and said, "Hey, quit being lazy, pull yourself up, and let's fucking get out there and do this,"
Yeah.
right? Like that's. I still want him to be around. Like as you said, he's a father, right? Which, yeah, these kids didn't deserve that. The wife didn't deserve that, right?
Well, and he talks about he doesn't believe in empathy.
Right.
You don't believe in empathy. You're not getting mine.
It's exactly it, right?
I happen to believe in empathy. I'm a very empathetic person.
Very much.
And I think that's why this timeline, we're going to say timeline, affects me so greatly because I do care about common people.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily care about specific people, but you
Yeah.
know, when I look at it and like, you know,
What saddens me,
Mhm.
like you're talking about like school age kids.
Yeah.
I don't know any of those school age kids.
No.
And I tell you, like my heart just sinks every
time you hear about a fucking shooting,
right? Because it just
and it's not even the shootings, Nick.
oh,
It's the fact that they have to go through active shooter drills. They have to fucking wear backpacks that are bulletproof.
dude, like that one brought a tear to my eye. The first time I seen a backpack that had a bulletproof plate inside of it, like I really said, "Am I sending my daughter in this world?" Right? Like, we haven't announced it on Bucks and Brews, right? But like,
We have not.
I'm having another kid.
Yeah.
10 years apart, same wife. Just to let all of you fucking know, right? Like, and I'm bringing another kid into this fucking crazy
Does
life.
it scare you now?
It scared me back then.
But does it scare you more now?
Absolutely. But I'm hoping my wife wises up and we get the fuck up out of here. You know, the first one can go through it. The second one, let's get the fuck out. But dude, you know what I mean? Like, back in your day, did you do tornado drills?
Tornado, yeah.
So what'd you do?
We went to either the hallway or the bathroom, and we put a book over our head.
Put our book overhead, right?
Yeah.
Did you do a fire drill?
Yep.
What'd you do?
We went outside.
Yep. Stood by a flagpole.
Yeah.
Did you do any other drills that you know of?
No, it's tornado and fire.
Tornado fire.
I never did an active shooter drill.
Active shoot, right?
I grew up in Plainwell. We had we had people with shotguns in their car. Nobody ever worried about it.
They have to teach you to stay quiet.
Yeah, because if you make noise, they might kill you.
Because they'll know that you're in the room.
There was a shooting recently in Minnesota at a Christian school in a fucking church. These people were praying. These kids were praying, not people. Fucking children were praying. And there was a child that climbed on top of his friend to shield his friend from the bullets, and the kid died. Why the fuck is a 7, 8, 9-year-old kid making the decision, I'm going to climb on top of my friend so he doesn't die. It's okay if I do.
Right.
Why are they making that decision? Why is that okay?
And they're trying to make it so that teachers have to carry a gun, right? Like,
let me ask you something. You're a coach.
Yeah.
I'm a coach.
Yep.
So let's pretend for a minute we weren't coaches, we were teachers.
Yep.
Could you shoot one of your students?
No.
Could you shoot one of your kids?
No.
I couldn't either.
Right, because all we try to do is we try to talk to these kids, right? I mean, again, like, okay, we talked about tonight, right?
Yeah.
I know that my other assistant coach was very annoyed because I kept repeating the same thing to one of my kids 1,000 times. You were like, I don't think she understands this word. I don't think she gets it. And I looked.
What was the word you were using?
Entitled.
Yeah. You're entitled to the base.
She's entitled to the bag.
And you said it like 15 times, and I said, Nick, I don't think she understands what entitled means.
Yeah.
And you were trying to figure out any other word to use, and you couldn't.
Right.
Which I understand. But again, it leads me back to the first year I was at Godwin, and I said, I want you to lay it down. And she goes, okay, and then swings. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? She goes, I don't know what lay it down means.
Well, and at the end of all this, right, I told you the same thing I tell my wife, right? Because when we go to soccer, hey, do this, do this, do this. I don't think these kids understand what you're saying. They might not understand it game 1, game 2, but you know what they will understand by the end of the day? They will understand what did I do at the end of the whole thing? I yelled for this player.
You took her to the side and you showed her what to do.
You have a second. Hey, let me show you this.
Yeah.
Now we're on the exact same fucking page.
Yeah.
Right?
Now she knows what entitled means.
Right.
She just doesn't know during the game.
But right, but like, and so you want me to explain something, and I'm like, hey, this is the way I can do it right here, right now. And you know, tell me how excited. Okay, and it's so funny to me because my other assistant coach doesn't see the things that I see, and I think that's what makes me great. I understand that you see things, but tell me how amazing it is that I have a 9-year-old left fielder backing up a base.
That was pretty good.
Every play.
The throw was
It-
beyond
it-
the third baseman, and the left fielder was right there and made the play.
Who fucking right? And not you people, but you people are like, oh no, yeah, no, that's too advanced. No, I wouldn't
I
expect.
say that.
But like, that's the shit that people say, right? I don't like these kids. Way smarter than you and I think. And yes, I get that we've done it 1,000 times, but I'm telling you, that's the one thing I want them to work on. That's where the fuck we'll be successful. Here, let me ask you a question, David.
Okay.
How mad were you at? We're down 1,000,000 to fucking nothing.
Uh-huh.
It is the bottom of the inning.
Uh-huh.
There's 2 outs, and you have a batter that lays down a fucking bunt.
Oh yeah, that would piss me off.
How mad was I?
Yeah.
I had to give my high five because you made it to base.
Yeah. But what the fuck are you doing?
Why the fuck are we laying down a bunt?
Yeah.
And I just got done saying, hey, give her a big rip.
Yeah.
And then fucking coaches, hey, that was a great bunt. Fuck you. That was a horrible fucking bunt. That was the worst fucking decision that player could have fucking made right then and there.
Yeah.
What the fuck are we playing for? I was so, but I can't say that to the kid. I can't say I can't.
Right.
Like, fuck you, right? Like, plain and simple. We are not bunting with 2 fucking outs.
Well, I mean, we're coaching 9 and 10 years old, so we definitely can't say that.
It's funny, guys. We are such better humans when we're coaching kids than we are
Than in any other circumstance ever.
of life, right? So, but yeah, it's, I guess, right? Like, man, these children. I feel empathy for these kids every time I hear about it, right?
Yeah. It's horrible. Why did kids have to go through that?
Right.
They didn't have to go through that when I was in school.
Yeah.
So you were in middle school for 9/11.
Yep.
Where were you for Columbine? Still middle school?
Yeah.
It would have been 99.
Yeah. Minus 1980. Would have been 11, so it would have been really. You had in middle school for that.
So
Like 6th grade, and then I think I was in, or 5th grade, and then 8th grade, because I had 2 years of 3rd grade, so probably 5th and 7th or so for my 01.
So when 99 happened,
Because I wasn't in 6th.
I was 21, but I was dating a high school senior,
Well,
which,
and so
not great, but still.
when you were a freshman, is that what you said?
No, when I was 21, I was dating a
Okay.
high school senior,
Oh, okay.
which not great, but
Sure. 18 to 21, it's whatever.
so she was obviously in school during Columbine.
Yeah.
I remember watching Columbine on the TV.
I do as
That shit freaked me out.
Did it really?
Yeah.
See, I guess I was too young, and it didn't really hit me.
Well, I mean, you were 11.
Yeah.
I was 21. I was dating a kid that was in high school.
Right. And so that's the whole, like, I don't know. I guess looking at it, how my brain worked back then, I remember just going, okay, well, the people that did it are done. I didn't think that it would continue for generations and years, and we'd have repeat shit. Right?
Somebody said that. I was watching this TikTok, and they're like, Columbine happened, and we thought that was a one-off.
Right.
And here we are.
Yeah.
It's obviously not a one-off. We just multiply it every year.
Yeah.
And it gets to the point where we're just kind of numb to it now. I mean, there was a school shooting yesterday. Nobody's talking about it. They're just talking about Charlie Kirk, which, again, death is horrible no matter who it is. But we had a school shooting yesterday. Nobody's even talking about it.
Right. Well, I mean, the one thing it's really annoying to me.
Mhm.
Okay. People that are online saying, hey, if you think it's okay that somebody lost their life because of what their beliefs are, unfriend me from Facebook.
Okay.
Bitch, let me be clear about something. First of all, I'm not going to be doing the unfriending. You're the one that doesn't want to take whatever it is. Again, I can tell you till I'm blue in the face. I will tell you, right? And it's very hard because now I have to put standards out there.
Uh-huh.
I do feel there are people who should lose their life. I will give you the example. Adolf Hitler,
Yes.
right? I believe he should have lost his life.
Charles Manson.
Right. I believe that again, there are people who should lose their life. And so to say nobody should, I disagree, but like there are people who should, and it's just a very
There are people that are living their existence and just shouldn't be living their existence.
correct, right?
Tell me what benefit it is to have a Jeffrey Dahmer in the world.
Right. I mean, if you're taking another, I think an eye for an eye is kind of a thing for me, right?
I totally agree.
And so the problem is when you're Hitler and you take hundreds of thousands, of people, you only have but one life to live to give. I wish I could kill him over and over, right?
Yeah.
Like, so, but again, if you ask me, no, like Charlie Kirk did not deserve to die. So I guess you kind of mentioned it, right? You believe that it was to hide the Epstein files and hide things like that.
Yeah, that's my conspiracy theory. Is he was killed to take the focus off of the Epstein files or the fact that Trump has invaded DC and Chicago. I think it's a distraction. I really do.
Sure.
Now, could I be wrong? Sure, I could be wrong. I also don't think Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone. I don't think he killed Kennedy. Does that mean I'm right? No, it doesn't mean I'm right.
My favorite big guy. Oh man.
You are loved.
Thanks, man. But I think when you look at it, if you ask me, do I think that you're wrong? Sure, but could you be right? Absolutely, right? Like,
Yeah, I'm fine being wrong.
right.
That's the other thing that pisses me off too. Some of these people are not okay being wrong. I mean, the people running around saying that the 2020 election was stolen. They're not okay being wrong. Sorry, you're wrong.
Right.
I'm okay being wrong. I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again.
Oh gosh, yes. Right. And
I have no ego over being right or wrong. I say what I think, and if you prove me wrong, cool.
right. You say, right? Oh man, I was wrong. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
So somebody we know, Osborne.
Yep.
Had posted
Oh, I
yesterday.
need those balls from him.
Oh yeah.
Sooner the better.
I'll let him know again.
Thanks.
He had posted that if you can't debate somebody, you can't just shoot him dead or something to that effect.
Sure.
And I had posted that dude loses plenty of debates. This is not about a debate. And somebody else commented going, I've watched every debate of his. He's never lost one. All right, if you're sitting there saying he's never lost a debate, you lose all credibility.
Right.
Because has he lost every debate? No. But does he lose a lot of them? Yes.
He's lost. So you know why he hasn't lost? Because the videos you're watching are his videos that he's putting out that shows him being the great. I mean, David, how many of these NFL players that are going, how many college players, high school players are submitting highlight reels of all their failures?
Never.
And
you never see a failure.
In your highlight reel, how many failures would you put up there?
None.
Now, there could be an outtake of something very, very funny, right? And sure, that might make the list. But I promise you, it's probably not a failure.
Right.
It's a, hey, I can get along with my team.
Right.
Here's some funny stuff we did. Never would I post my. I'm different, right? I will post my victories and my failures, right? Today, did we get our ass kicked?
Yes.
Absolutely.
100%.
Do I care?
No.
You know how many people came up to us and said, "Oh, you guys did really well compared to what these people were."
Yeah.
I know.
They played fine.
Did my girls learn?
Yes.
Yeah. You know what? I need to teach them more. To fucking cheer while we're out there and get behind my pitcher.
You know what they did? They had fun.
But I walked out to the middle there for that one time. I don't even know what. Oh, I called timeout because I wanted him to fucking get the kids off the fence.
Right.
And I was hoping I guess he said something. And so I walk out there and I was like, all right, ladies. I was like, you know what I'm here? Well, I said, look, all I care about is you guys having fun.
Yeah.
I was like, how many of you are having fun? Yeah. I was like, great. Because at the end of this, guess what we get? Snacks.
Yeah.
I don't really care. Like, I was like, man, this game doesn't affect my life, right? And it's like, yeah, we're having a good time.
They talked over and over again what a great time they had.
That's all that matters, right? I mean, dude, how many hits did I constantly just go, well, damn, that was a good rip.
For the other team.
Yeah.
All the time.
Like, I was sitting there just going, oh, that was a good one. Oh, shit. All right. Like
first
You could
All
tell.
3 pitchers that we threw out there, they threw well,
Yes.
and these kids hit the shit out of them.
Oh yeah. Well,
That's what you're supposed to do.
yeah. I say, and then that's what do we got here on this one? Control yourself.
You can only control yourself. You cannot control other people. Build the environment that allowed. He built the environment that allowed this to happen, and that you reap what you sow, right?
I mean, that's usually true.
And he was fine with gun violence,
Right.
and he got killed by a gun. Again, it's
Well,
horrible.
Okay, so who would you say? And here's the really fun thing. Here's what I get, right? And so we talk about conspiracies and this and that. Who's the ones to notoriously own guns?
Conservatives.
Who's the one that brags that they're such great shots?
Conservatives.
Who supposedly got shot from 250 yards away?
The conservative.
Right. Okay, so you're gonna tell me that. So let me get this right. You call them all limp-wristed fucking douchebags that couldn't do anything.
Yep.
But now magically you have one of them that can
Hit
hit
it from
from 250 yards in below a fucking tent, mind you. Like, what a fucking shot, okay?
Yeah, it's a 1 in a million shot, I would think.
But you're gonna sit here and tell me that, like, but you talk so much shit about all these fucking people and how you run your mouth until it fucking happens, right?
Yes.
And that's what I. But these people, oh, this crazy liberal. Wait, everything you've ever told me is that shot had to have been made by, what was the fucking guy that everybody looks up to? Chris Kyle? Was that his name?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, right? Like, military.
American sniper.
Exactly, yeah, right? Had to be made by that motherfucker, right? Like, nobody else can make that fucking shot except for that fucking true American fucking hero, right? So if you ask me who did it, the guy who's dead.
Yep.
Say. But 1-2. Sorry, we're watching the football game, and
Yeah, it's a catch.
oh yeah, definitely a catch. But yeah, again, I feel bad. It sucks. But you know what? I'm gonna wake up tomorrow.
We're told to scroll up a little. We missed something.
Uh-oh. Good cooking videos. Oh. Who's telling me to scroll up?
Your boyfriend.
Oh, he said it's my favorite people, right? Oh. Scroll up a little. All right, so that's what we did.
So you deemed people as lesser?
Yeah.
Is what I'm guessing you're trying to get us to read. By the way, some asshole said in here we were clout chasing. Go fuck yourself.
Clout chasing.
Yeah. Because we're talking about Kirk. Oops.
Okay.
We don't.
Are you fucking serious? We do the puzzle right
we
now.
do right
You
fucking
can
now.
fucking put the thing back.
There we go.
Look,
Bucks
and Brews is one thing, but we are not clout chasers
No.
because we can't barely figure out a fucking time to get together.
No shit.
It's okay.
Again, backdoor bears on here.
He said a little more, so apparently we're missing something, my friend. If you sent a gift, I'm so sorry. Thank you so much for the gift. We truly appreciate it. But we went.
I'm scrolling a long way now, Bear.
Say we went pretty far back. So, you can send it again, or if it's a gift, you don't have to send it again. We appreciate the gift. I'm sorry.
We do to.
If there's a comment that you'd like to comment, please feel free to send it to us again.
I'm not saying it, but that's probably me. What were we saying?
Well,
we're clout chasing.
clout chasing, yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Because
That's all right. Somebody else said, "God bless Charlie Kirk." I mean, you can say that. That's fine.
sure, well,
I don't believe in God, so
that was so. Remember that conversation I was talking about the person that posted the
Yeah,
teenage kid.
yeah.
And in my comment, I said, "I'm so sorry you lost somebody so near and dear to your heart." What the fuck? Like, first of all, you've never shaken this fucker's hand. You've never, like, this guy didn't fucking impact your life except for he made you. He made you excited when he talked and you believed what he said.
Uh-huh.
Right? Yeah,
He hated the same people you hate.
he hated the same people. Yeah, exactly, right? To that person
Yeah.
that loves this person.
So
right?
here's the question I have for you: If He's a godly man,
Yeah,
and it was God's will. What are you so pissed off about?
right. You say, but I mean, thoughts and prayers, right? I mean,
Got some bears.
I say, I wish you the best. Hope it works, but
Even with somebody like this thing, there's no talk of gun reform.
right. Well, that's that's gonna be the last thing that'll ever happen, right?
Yeah, they don't care about gun reform. That's fine.
You would think once JFK got assassinated, that gun reform would be a conversation.
You know
right?
how when Clinton passed the Assault Rifle Act,
Yep.
gun deaths went down by like 250%.
Yep.
And then when they let it expire, it shot up exponentially.
Let me. Did you share that video with me?
Which one?
I think that we as a nation need to figure out who has nuclear weapons.
100%.
We need to figure out how many weapons they have. We need to figure out who owns them, who uses
But
them.
why?
Why? So that we can figure out who's you with. If you have them, you have the ability to use them, and we got to know if you're going to. Well, if you're going to use them, you're going to kill a lot of people.
But why do we need to know?
Because that way we can be prepared to figure out who
Okay.
has and how many it has.
Okay, I'm with you.
Okay. You know what else? What about guns? Say those kill people. Those kill people as well. No.
Can't do guns.
But they kill more people. Let's see. Did he respond to us?
I commented that his career removing the humanity of those he deemed as a loser, and that's 100%.
That's true.
He did. He didn't like trans people. He didn't like gay people. He didn't like people of color.
Yeah, no.
For no reason other than they were trans or gay.
No. The reason was
they were inferior.
The Holy Bible
said
that these people are not the correct people.
Right.
Right.
They weren't white.
His version of something, his version of a book that he read from thousands of years ago,
written by a man.
Told
or men.
Was it written by men?
It was written by men.
Okay.
It wasn't written by God.
Oh, God was a woman, so
Definitely wasn't written by her.
Let's say, it's my favorite thing to say to people, right? God, yeah, I know her. She's pretty alright. Like, and then people get so mad. Like, the conversation just seems to end, right? It's like, well, no. How could God be? Like, I don't know. I mean, how do you think a fucking virgin can have birth? Okay, let's cut the shit right here and just call it how it is.
So again, people bring up Jesus to me. You know what I say? He no help with curveball.
He no help with the curveball, man. That's you and I both say the exact same shit every time.
Do you mean Jesus Christ can't hit a curveball?
So anything else that you want to touch base on for tonight?
I do want to pivot for a minute.
Yeah,
so
please. Time.
I've heard this a lot lately. Companies talking about their culture.
Yep.
And I'm in a position right now where I know a company that's pulling a bunch of people back into the office because supposedly that's good for the culture.
Yep.
And I made the comment the other day: pulling people back into the office is not the sign of a good culture.
Yep.
It's actually the opposite. So, as an employer, if I have somebody that can do their job from the comfort of their own home, that's what I'm going to let them do.
Absolutely.
Because driving somewhere so people can stare at you while you do work makes you less productive, and it also takes time out of your life. I live 30 minutes from my job.
We can keep an eye on you, though.
We can.
Yeah, but technically, don't you live in Plainwell?
I do.
How far away is that?
55 minutes.
Shit, that sucks.
It does.
You need like an hour and one?
Actually, I need 2 hours now.
Oh, shit, really?
They're upping it to 2 hours.
Jesus. Otherwise, they want you to drive.
Otherwise, they want you to drive in.
That's insane.
And 30 minutes out of my day on a good day, that's twice an hour and an hour.
Right.
If it's, winter, we could be at 2 hours.
Oh, easily.
That doesn't show me that A, you trust me, B, you value me, or C, that we have a good culture.
Right.
That shows that you feel you need to babysit me because I'm untrustworthy. Yep. If I'm that untrustworthy, just fucking fire me.
Yep. Well, no, then they have to pay you fucking unemployment for 23 weeks or whatever it might be.
See you, Backroom Bear. Nice
Take
talking to you as always.
So,
oh, and he thinks God is Alanis Morissette. I'm fine with that. I like her.
Isn't it ironic?
Very much so.
All right, so next week we're hoping to be back again.
Yeah, we should be back in our normal spot, unlike where we are tonight, which is on the porch.
But it's been fun.
It has, and watching football is always nice when we're talking on a podcast. Second time we've done that.
Thanks for the Angry Orchards.
You're very welcome.
As always, like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell your family. We appreciate you watching. And
Thanks for joining us, everybody. For those people on TikTok that think we're clout chasing, go fuck yourself.
go fuck you. 11th commandment, baby.
We'll talk to you guys soon.
You've dialed in
To Box and Brews, you might hear something
you can use.
like tips on your cash or tips on the suds.
You're gonna want to
The
use
smarts of these
because
stuff.
they know the
And
brews.
they know the box, and they know they can't help the stubborn fucks.
So listen up, cause shit's not funny.
And save yourself some
Beer money, bucks,
and brews.
Bucks and
Bucks
brews.
and brews.
brews.
Bucks and brews.